Everyone, what is up? My name is Elissa and welcome back to my corner, and today we are going to be talking about 2020 and growth and all of that fun stuff. So as we all know, unless you were living under a rock, 2020 has sucked.
Doctors afraid their ICUs are about to reach capacity. Patients worried that they're going to die.
As issues surrounding police brutality intensify here in the U.S., so does the call for police accountability.
It's a mess. We're a mess. So in the midst of that mess, I think we should all be stepping up and growing up and learning to be better. So if that kind of video interests you, and if you want to hear about how I'm growing in 2020, keep on watching. That Qdoba is not doing good for me right now. Before I started filming, I threw up in my mouth, so I'm just really on the struggle bus right now. So the way I want to do this video is not by telling you exactly what you should do, but I'm telling you what I'm doing in my own life for 2020. The very first thing that I am doing to better myself in 2020 is taking action. You know, I'm one of those people who just thinks too much, and I think a lot of people out there are similar to me. You think so much, and then you don't do anything. And the thing is, you gotta cut the thinking off. You gotta say, no, brain, we're gonna do this. Honestly though, if you spend your whole life thinking about things, you're never going to do anything. You know, and so for me, I really just have to cut that thinking off. I just have to do things. Even if it feels like I hate doing it, I'm anxious during it, I feel nervous and want to throw up the day before or the morning of. All of those things are valid, but you're still gonna do it because it's the only way to grow. I love how I'm becoming an inspirational speaker at 19 years old. Anybody who's older than me right now is like, why should I listen to you? You haven't done anything. The second thing I am doing in 2020 to better myself is I am challenging how much confidence I actually have in myself. This sounds really weird until I explain it, because I am not talking about decreasing your level of confidence. I'm talking about increasing confidence in yourself because you are you and you're actually pretty cool. I think for me, one of the biggest things is trusting yourself. And that's so hard to do, especially if you're an overthinker, because it's like you question everything, including yourself. Another thing with this and with trusting yourself is trusting your own opinions. Because so many times I will ask other people and their opinions for things, and I take those more seriously than I do my own opinions. There are times when you know more than other people, like when you are asking an opinion on what you should do or how you feel about something. You're the only one who knows that, so you gotta rely on you. I'm all for taking the opinions of others when you do need that feedback, but take that feedback and don't let it be the sole reasoning behind what you choose to do and how you feel about something, because really that's up to you, and you can go against other people's opinions or you can listen to them, but it has to come from you, not from your sister Sally or your mother Teresa or your school teacher Brad. Although I would not be asking a teacher for any opinions unless it has to do with school, because why would you? The third thing I am doing to better myself in 2020 is actually hearing people out. I don't know about you guys, but I was always one of those people who would be like, yeah, I can take feedback, I can take criticism, just tell me if you have a problem with me and I'll change it. And then people tell me they have a problem with me, and I get so defensive, and I get mad at them, and I act like they're the ones that are wrong. I was thinking about this a little bit, and I realized that every single fight that I've had, I've always thought it was the other person. But that doesn't even make sense, to say that you've never been the reason behind a fight and you've been just perfect. That does not make sense. So you aren't perfect, and you can learn a little bit. I'm talking specifically about Black Lives Matter. It is not specifically against individual white people. It's us as a whole. It's our society as a whole. And talking about privilege and stuff, it's not personal. It's not personal to you. It's not personal to me. It's personal to our society. And therefore, we should listen. We should listen because it's not personal. And to get defensive and be offended by those types of things and people wanting good change in our country, we are not helping ourselves grow. And that is a terrible, terrible thing if we don't let ourselves grow, especially in 2020. It's a new decade. My fourth way that I am bettering myself in 2020 is getting comfortable with the uncomfortable. I'm gonna give it to you how it is. Growth sucks. And I don't think that's talked about enough. The fact that changing yourself and growing yourself is almost always uncomfortable. It's not this like lovely path where I just get to feel good all the time. No, sometimes it sucks, and sometimes it's painful, and sometimes it will make you sad, but that does not mean it's not important. So get comfortable with the uncomfortable. Get okay with that uncomfortable feeling, because that is where you will see growth, and it will make it way less terrible feeling than it does in the beginning. And I think it's so much better to understand that when you are uncomfortable and you know that you're going to be uncomfortable, it is way easier to deal with than if you get uncomfortable and you're scared of it because you did not expect it to happen. So I'm telling you now, growth is scary. Be prepared for it, and you'll be just fine. And the last way that I am bettering myself in 2020 is doing more of what I love, or at least figuring out what I love in general, because that can also be a hard thing to do, is find out what you love in general. And the only way you can figure out what you love is by actually doing and taking action, which was the first way I'm bettering myself in 2020. And it could feel bad at first. It could feel like you don't love anything, and if that's the case, you keep trying and you give it a set time to where you try it, and then if you hate it, you can abandon it. But if you try it for one day and then it doesn't work out, you're never going to find what you love because you never let anything stick. One thing that a lot of inspirational speakers say is that passion is not something that you know right off the bat. You have to do things, and you have to almost put passion into things, whereas it's not like a thing that's miraculous that you find.
So instead of trying to think, what's my purpose? What's my passion? What's my purpose? What's my passion? I don't know.
Yeah.
Instead of thinking like that, I want you instead to ask yourself, what could I do today that would energize me?
I just thought that was kind of interesting as someone who has a terrible time finding their passion for anything. So just do what you love, find what you love, keep doing more of what you love, as long as it benefits society as a whole, which most things do. That is it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you could give me a thumbs up down below. Also, comment down below other videos you want to see me do or other inspirational talks just like this one. If you like my videos and you want to see more of them, you can hit the red subscribe button down below to get subscription notifications on when I post videos. I post every Friday, so you can expect to find a new video every Friday here on Alyssa's Corner. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!